One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. You know what it is. Bare truth in the building. How you feeling? Yeah, man, I feel good. What's going down?
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder
How
how
I keep from going under. Boy,
It's like a jungle sometimes.
sometimes life be
life
lifing, and it be like that. I know pretty much somebody gonna tap in like a few minutes. Like they got a visit everywhere. People, you know they just don't care. What's been going down, man? Roaches in the back with the baseball bat. Hey, this is real hip hop. This is like some of the illest that ever dropped. Cause close to the hey, when you hear that, you gotta be in the club like you gotta have your hands up. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Hey, y'all know nothing about the house party. Let me turn that down for they cut the whole video off. Oh, let me do this. Yeah. Do that. How you love that? I do not own the rights to this music. Let that bump for a minute. And got so did he? Hey, Grandmaster Flash was ahead of their time. Cause I'm close to the edge. And so many people stole that. Microphone check, Ice Cube, Dodge Effect. So many people stole that one. What's going down, man? Says she watches too much. It's just not healthy. Boy. The lyrics on that one right there, man, was so dope. It was ahead of their time. I think it was 79, if I'm not mistaken, man. I think that dropped in like 79 or like 80. I remember my Uncle Tomali bumping that. He had a tornado, a gold or like a gold or a burnt orange tornado. I think he used to be pimping and stuff too. You know what I mean? Back during that time. I'm not going to highlight that, but what's going down? Bare Truth is in the building. Before we get started, you already know what it is. Turn up for Christ or burn up for life. We is never gonna stop. You can't stop the rain. And why should I? Christ Jesus reigns and rules forever. Man, so I've been gone for a minute, couple of weeks. I gotta get back on deck. I hollered at Loco Los, G Nice. I think we're gonna try to do a ball head nuts this week. I got another good one for Thursday, for love versus hate on Friends. Um, we was talking about what about your friends when we left off, you know what I mean? Like, say for instance, a female who's got a group of friends. One is bougie, one is always broke, one is always negative. You know what I mean? I really wanted to do like the group of friends, you know what I mean, that be hanging around guys, how they click up and then how they do their little thing, because it's a lot of different personalities and a lot of different characters, and sometimes you got to watch the company that you keep. But I was watching something. I thought it was really, really dope, and I was gonna tap into this. Um, what about when you're in a relationship and your spouse, boyfriend or girlfriend, has another friend, but like it's a male friend, or he's got a female friend, and they be like, "Oh, we just tight, we cool like that, and they besties." What about the boundaries to that? And is that really possible to be able to happen? It's like, you know what I mean? You're in a relationship. Can you have a friend? You know what I mean? I know there's a couple of ladies that's in my life that just ain't going to go nowhere. And I don't care who I'm with, who I'm married. Number one, Trey Dog. She ain't going nowhere. Portia Mac ain't going. Portia Mac and Keisha, they ain't going nowhere. They love me to death. They gonna give me hugs everywhere they see me. Jada ain't going nowhere. Jada ain't talking to me right now, and we ain't been talking. We fell out, but she's still my nigga. You know what I mean? And it's just like them four right there. They ain't going nowhere. It's just like they you know what I mean. We locked in for life, and it's just like, and they gotta love my spouse. Like if I get married, like you know what I mean. They'll hang out with her, you know, ride with her, whatever, pick her up or something like that. They ain't got no interest in me whatsoever. But you know what I mean? I just feel like it can happen. It's possible. But okay, life has been lifing for me, man. You know, a lot of stuff I just don't want to talk about because we're not speaking it into existence. Keep my mom in prayer. You dig what I'm saying? Lift her up. Those that know, they know. And if you don't know, you dig what I'm saying? Just pray for her. You dig what I'm saying? You know, she's been having a hard time with her health. She's been in and out of the hospital. And so, you know, it's been rough like lately, but she's been feeling super good. We had some family members coming to town. Shout out to Auntie Marianne, Uncle Tomali, Uncle Punk. Man, my cousin Mike came through. Mike popped up on us like last weekend. I got a chance to cut his hair and stuff like that. You dig what I'm saying? And oh no, I'm live. For some odd reason, I just don't understand. Sometimes I be thinking, I guess when I'm live, if people is in my DM, I'm thinking that they should know that I'm live. Maybe they don't. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm live if you want to jump over here. But meanwhile, let me go back to my chats. And because it says I got chats. Oh, okay. Alicia, what's going down? That's your jam, Alicia, on demand. Tisha, what's going down? Auntie Diane, what's the word? Angie, what's happening? Thank you, thank you, thank you for the prayer hands. Yeah, man, just keep my OG in prayers, man. And she has been feeling really good like lately. But you dig what I'm saying? Sometimes when you go to the hospital, sometimes doctors say stuff that they want to say, and we just not gonna speak it into existence. We just gonna keep her lifted up, and it kind of changed my course. Y'all didn't even know I was on my way to the ATL. You did. Cousin, what's going down, Ab? Just chilling. Constance, what's up, baby? It was good to see you at the funeral. You did what I'm saying, and then next thing you know, prayers for you know what I mean. The McDuffie family, man. Them is my guys. Them is my people. Your sons and them, they just lost somebody special to them like last year, and now Big John McDuffie just passed. I was talking to Constance. We was in the store while my man Sean and them was getting it together because we had to bury Edna. Rest in peace to Edna. If y'all seen those pictures, beautiful funeral, man. Shout out to Warren, her husband. You sent her home the right way. The brothers and sisters, everybody that was there, y'all looked it nice. Y'all looked it beautiful. That was dope. And you know what I mean, Rodney, man, I got to take my hat off to you, boy. You got to probably be like the coolest nephew in the world. You dig what I'm saying? You always fresh. You always put on. Y'all hired me for her 55th birthday. We put on in that thing, and y'all put on for her funeral, man. So rest in peace to Edna. Um, Love and prayers goes out to McDuffie family, man. You know I got love for y'all, man. Y'all grew up with my people. We grew up. You dig what I'm saying? We got a history that date back to like the 70s and the 80s, man. So you know, definitely send out prayers to them, and man, pull up and show some love over there where you can support, man. And that's how that's gonna go right there. Um, so yeah, man, I had a lot of stuff going on. The Cadillac got wrecked. Remember we did that. They sit on my car for like 5 months. So people would see me drive the Navigator. I was driving the Navigator for so long they thought the Navigator was mine. So next thing you know, they come to me and they said that they can't fix my car. So what they did is they winded up cashing me out. You dig what I'm saying? And it's a whole nother mess that went over there with that. But then I turned around and I jumped in something else. And it's cool once I get him home from the shop. You dig what I'm saying? But I bought something foreign, and it's the stupidest cars in the world because they dealing with these sensors. And so I had some sensors that got set off. A couple of people that were supposed to be able to fix it couldn't fix it. So they've been sitting on my car. I ain't been able to drive my own whip for like a whole month. So now it's somewhere getting fixed, and hopefully at any day or so, I'll be back, you know what I mean, with your own wheels. And that hurts. Like when you ain't got your own vehicle, you dig what I'm saying? It's like I'm driving my mom's whip, but it ain't nothing like having your own car because you can move how you want to move. If you want to go out of town, you can go out of town. You can just go and just do however you want to do. You dig what I'm saying? And so my mom's health, uh, just the vehicle, the transition for that, and just grinding, man. I've been tired. You know what I mean? Have you ever been in a position where you've been like uh, so mentally worn down, like exhausted, that it just seemed like boom, soon as one thing knock you upside the head, something else come by and knock you upside the head. You think you get over that one, then boom, here comes something else to knock you over side the head. And it's like then on top of that, it's people dying and stuff, loved ones, like you know what I mean? Everyone from my Auntie Patsy Joe. And then I winded up missing the funeral. Liz hit me in the thing and he was just like, cuz I'm good right now. I just need you to be there. And I was so depressed at that time that I missed the funeral because I was in the bed doing nothing in the dark. See, a lot of times people see you doing good on the surface, but they don't be knowing like on the inside, man. Like sometimes people be fucked up, man. You know? And so you smiling. So today is going to be a good podcast because it's going to talk about it. It's some good to it, it's some bad to it. But man, it's really real. People didn't even know, like December and January and like February, I was really depressed. Then I shot down to the ATL with my sister for like a weekend, like the last weekend of February. And just to be in the city of ATL, um, moving, driving, just down there, listening to the radio by myself. I was down there car hunting too. I was down there test driving Range Rovers and all types of BMWs. I was trying to find me something else to jump into, and then nobody even know I was about to just dash. I was about to dash to the ATL. Alicia knew, you know what I mean? 'Cause that's my homie. You dig what I'm saying? We talk and stuff like that. And so I was finna dash. I was just finna just get away. I needed a break from the Quad Cities. You dig what I'm saying? And then some other things happened, and I was forced to just come back and kind of chill for a minute. And then God started placing people in your life, man. Like He has blessed me with this very, very cool friend. Her name is Patty Gibbs. If anybody know Patty, she can sing. She goes to Gospel Mission Temple, right? Patty is a very, very cool person. She's a therapist, counselor. She has all kind of like doctorate degrees, and stuff like that. Just point blank, smart lady, and she's a counselor. She's a children's counselor, therapist, types of stuff like that. And so she teaches a lot of classes. She's involved. I don't care if it's like homeless, drug rehabilitation, sex offenders, things like that. And so as I was sticking around, she was just like, I want you to come with me. I want you to help me teach this class. You know what I mean? And so she threw me in the fire, you know what I mean? First, I ain't never did nothing like this out here. I've done some stuff in a joint, but we're teaching this class of like 12 guys, and we're trying to teach these guys. They just coming home from prison, or they going through the 180 program, and they dealing with um, drug abuse, but now they're trying to go back and build relationships. And so what we were doing is we were trying to give them like tools, sit down and talk to them about tools that you could take out into the world on building relationships. And who but me? You dig what I'm saying? Just did 15 years in the joint. Listen, let me tell you about how to talk to employers, or how to have to try to build this relationship back with your family, especially your kids when they didn't grow up on you. And so I was just giving them what I got, and just turns out that the guys loved the class and they really got something out of it, and it made me feel good. And at a time where I was going through something so dark, I was so depressed and kind of like pushing people away. Um, Rachel, Rack, another one of my buddies, cool people, and giving me good advice, inspiring me, always saying encouraging things. Um, you know, as I was going through it, it was just like, I just kind of wanted to be by myself, man. It's just like, when I don't know how to handle like a lot of pressure. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm gonna talk to you about that in a few minutes. Let me just get the story out the way real quick. So as things was kind of getting heavy on me, she snatched me out and she got to getting me to go over here and talk to these guys. And that was sort of like the highlight of the week, is because you going through so much, but then again, you get to go talk to somebody else and you get to try to help them out. And I forgot that sometimes that's the key. Sometimes when you going through something, God is saying like, okay, I see you. I know what you're going through. I didn't go to sleep up here. I know what time it is, but do me a favor. Go over there and holler at these guys over here. I need you to go over there and talk to them, because you've been doing a really good job since I cut you loose. You ain't did no drugs. You ain't turned up no bottle, no nothing. You a good example for these guys over here, because there is some people out here that love me, that trust and put their faith in me, that came home in almost 4 years, no drugs, no liquor, no weed, no cigarettes, no drinks, no liquor. Honest to God truth. When I say turn up for Christ, or burn up for life, that's apple juice. This is apple cider. And so Patty, she snatched me up and she put me in there, and it did it. And it warmed my heart, man. And so out of all the funky stuff that was going on, boom, that kind of like lifted me up. And so yeah. Red, what's up, family? Oh, cool Keith, twin, what's the word, baby? Shit, we on deck tonight. We like 13 deep. What's going down? Bear Truth is in the building. And the Lakers lost. And I ain't cool with none of y'all. Anybody that was hating on the Lakers, man, listen, I don't care. What happened to you? No, I'm just playing. I don't want to say nothing like that. I love y'all. But meanwhile, man, I was bogus, man. The Lakers lost again. And I had all of that mess, the chain and G Nice talking about the dress. But yeah, man. And so listen, while we deep, let's get to the main thing. Happy birthday to anybody that had a birthday. God bless y'all. Y'all made it another year. I could go through my phone and look through it, man, and there's so many people. But I'm just gonna say happy birthday to any and everybody that's got a birthday. Let me see if it's somebody that's on here. You know who's got a birthday that's coming up? Kyla. Kyla's birthday is coming up May 10th, and she's having a big party. Her party is gonna go down. Look and see if you got the invite, because I got an invite, and it was super dope. But guess who birthday is next week? My man Whitball in the building, and he bringing Bootsy to town. You dig what I'm saying? So Bootsy gonna be here. Whitball birthday bash. It's gonna go down next weekend, May 3rd, man. I'm talking about if you ain't in there, you ain't nowhere. And unfortunately, Whitball, I don't know. I might pop out for you. You dig what I'm saying? I might pop out for you, especially if the truck get out the shop. I might pop out for you, man. But I just ain't been feeling like it, man. I've been feeling like staying in the crib. You know what I mean? And it's cool. I got a lot going on, and I'm trying to get me together. I'm trying to get these projects. I got so many projects that if I can just get them finished, I'll feel a lot better. And then at the same time, trying to stay close to my mom, you know what I mean? And you know, it is what it is. Patty got some other stuff going on. I think we might deal with a homeless class this week. I don't know. I love you, Patty. Thank you for giving me the jobs. I'm grateful for that. Thank God for you doing that for me, because in so many ways you kind of did lift your boy up when I was going through that. And so let's talk about this. The real you. Um, the real you. We was talking about personality versus character, right? So what we was trying to say is personality and character, they kind of like the same, but they kind of different. You dig what I'm saying? You said your birthdays was the 22nd, little cousin? April the 22nd. You didn't tell nobody. Did I send you a shout out on a Facebook? I might have sent you a shout out to my little bitty cousin, Ebony Nicole. That's my little bitty cousin. And she always show me love. She always pop up on the podcast. Happy belated birthday, little cousin. And whenever I do show up or pop up over there, whatever you want to do, bust your face, liquor store, whatever you want to do. You want to hang out, you want to go get something to eat, because I got you. And that's my word. I put that on Grice. You know, you put it on Christ, it's a big deal. But okay, so listen to this. Um, Rachel, your birthday was 4/15, and I tried to reach out to you like one day, and it wasn't even your birthday. And then Rachel her birthday went down for like the whole week. Rachel was just like, "Well, I'm too busy right now because I'm celebrating my birthday for the whole week." So I said happy birthday, I think like on a Sunday. She was like, "No, my birthday ain't until Tuesday, but right now, me and my girl, we out right now and we eating and we doing something." So we done started celebrating already. So happy birthday to the big timer, Rachel Rack. Super duper cool, super duper business woman. Man, making positive moves out here. You make the Quad Cities look good for a black woman. God bless you. Happy birthday. Nikki Moore, mine was on the 17th. What's up, Nick? Happy birthday to you. I think I seen that. Some of y'all I might have shot out, man. But if I didn't, happy birthday to y'all. You dig what I'm saying? For the month of April. You dig what I'm saying? So happy birthday, Nikki. Um, I don't know. Was I supposed to DJ? No, that was for another party. Never mind. We're gonna leave that party alone. But you was gonna hire me for the DJ thing. Okay. But so listen to this, right? Personality and character kind of like run hand in hand. But I was watching some stuff by this lady, and she's very, very serious when she talks. It's TD Jake's daughter, and she was talking about something. And when she, anytime somebody give me something and it sparks something that I might be going through, that I can give it to you, and then maybe you can use it as, to your life as like a little toolbox. So the question for tonight, while y'all all on deck, everybody tap in, make sure you tapping in, you know what I mean? And remember this question: who is the real you? You dig what I'm saying? Because we finna try to figure this out. I'm gonna show you this video, but I can never forget my little bitty cousin Pooh. Her birthday was on the 17th. Happy birthday, Pooh. I gave you a shout out on Facebook, so you know. Right now, you done came back and said mine was on the 17th too. I don't know who y'all want to do. Am I supposed to go get birthday gifts? Somebody let me know so I can go to the Dollar Tree and just pick up a bunch of soaps and all kind of body washes and candles, because I'll go in there and spend like about $40 and come through with the bags and everything. They got cards and they got paper. I'll come through with some gifts if this is what we doing. Because if this is what we doing, everybody shouting out their birthday today, back in April, and it's almost May. Don't worry about it. Happy birthday today. But if we're gonna continue this, I'm going to the Dollar Tree and start picking up some stuff. Let me know. Bear Truth is in the building. I will go into the Dollar Tree and get so much shit and put it in bags. And next time I see you, I'll have it with me. Look, you on here talking about happy birthday, Nikki. Y'all, man, hold on. Y'all better speak out on what I'm about to tell y'all. So let me show y'all this real quick. I want to show y'all something, and then we're gonna talk about it. Which one personality? Okay, we're gonna talk about personality first. Let's go.
Personality versus character. I was reading this article by a doctor in Psychology Today. He was talking about personality versus character. He says that personality traits are often hereditary. If you got all of the family in a room together, there would be some similarities because they were raised in the same culture, the same household, and as a result of that, have similar personalities. But if the people in that family could talk, they would tell you we have similar personalities, but we have difference in our character. Yeah, we just survived Thanksgiving, where we had similar personality. As long as we could talk about one thing, we were okay. But when we started talking about mental health or politics and what's important to us, now we're getting into some character fundamentals. And as a result of that, there can be some division, not based on personality, but based on character. Personality, they say, changes very easily. You could be in a room with someone and think that, oh, they don't talk much, and then you get them alone and they awaken their personality, release their personality, because in this room I couldn't be myself, but now I'm here and I can release my personality. Personality is likability. It's whether or not you can engage with people. Can you strike up conversation? Do you want to strike up conversation? Do you like to be
You
alone?
see, you would learn a lot if you just closed your mouth and just watched. Simply just watched, observed, listened carefully, and 9 times out of 10, people will reveal who they really are. All you gotta do is just watch.
Okay. So listen to this. Let me go back to my chats. First of all, I thought that was my cousin Pooh. Renee, you kind of look like my cousin Pooh. And her name is Yolanda, and she just had a birthday. That's my people's down in Aurora. What's up, Renee? Happy birthday, sweetheart. I know I had to probably say happy birthday though, too, though. But yeah, while we talking about personalities, you do got an awesome personality, Renee. Very bubbly, very inviting and friendly. So now let's make this make sense because she made a lot of sense when she was talking about personality. And then when we talk about character, you'll catch the other part to this. And this is why I wanted to separate it because if you do like some really deep diving into like personality, they got like 5 big personality traits that they'll try to say, which personality trait do you fall up under? And it could be, I like the way that she said it because this made a little bit more sense to me. Have you ever seen somebody, like, say, for instance, she said personality changes easily. Like, a person can be quiet when you first meet them, but then all of a sudden you get to know them and they'll talk your head off and be like, damn, fam, you don't never shut up. You was just quiet like yesterday. Like yesterday, when we first met you, like you you didn't really talk. Now today it's just like, man, we need you to be quiet for like a few minutes. You know what I mean? Like you gotta be cool. You know what I mean? They'll talk your head off. But like check out some of these personalities. And this is one that I got, and this is one that's very inviting to people. A sense of humor, somebody that's always bubbly. They like to laugh. They jovial. You know what I mean? They make light of situations. They like to make jokes. They like to cry. And you like to be around somebody that likes to laugh a lot. You know what I mean? When we can be silly and we can laugh and stuff like that. You dig what I'm saying? It's always cool because laughter is medicine for the soul. When you could be around people and they make you laugh. When you laugh a lot, it keeps you looking younger because you always cracking a smile. And a lot of times when I take pictures, people be like, man, you don't smile. How come you never smile? But then, like, if you hang with me, it's like I'm super silly. But on the flip side of that, you know what I mean? You don't want to be a joke. You dig what I'm saying? You don't want, what I mean, to have the characteristic of a joke. But right now we're gonna keep going down personalities. And a person with a sense of humor, that's in a lot of ladies when they do the date naps. They'll say, you know what I mean? They need somebody with a sense of humor. They want somebody to have a sense of humor to be around them. So remember what she said. that personality can be likable. Everybody likes a person with a sense of humor. Everybody likes a person that's got a positive attitude. Me, I'm always trying to look on the bright side of life. I always want to try to be encouraging or try to be inspiring. Like, like if you sit down with me and we chilling, if we ain't laughing, if we talk about anything serious, I'm gonna try to encourage you. I'm gonna try to give you some advice on what I know about. But if you got some advice, I'm gonna learn from you. I'm gonna ask questions. How can I get in? If you working at a job and you say it's a cool job, like straight up, they hire. You dig what I'm saying? Anything. I'm always trying to be positive and upbeat. And it's cool to be around people like that. Don't nobody want to be around like a negative Ned or a negative Nancy, and you always, down on people like that. So when we're talking about personalities, just remember this is personality. So don't get it twisted with the character, because when we talk about character, the way that she breaks this down, it's gonna be cool. Um, D, very likable. You ever been around somebody that's just like super cool, the life of the party? Um, I used to have that personality too. You might see it. You come through a room, you buy all the drinks, you got all to get high. You dig what I'm saying? Especially like if you got a few of them, like you positive and you got like Twin got a nice personality. You dig what I'm saying? Anybody ever kicked it with Twin? Twin always laughing. He jovial. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that, he's always upbeat and his outlook on everything is jovial to the point where he always willing to share. Man, he got a couple of dollars on this or whatever. You dig what I'm saying? And so sometimes if you hang out with him, Twin is like that. Trezzy like that. Trezzy got that funny sense of humor, positive, upbeat. You know what I mean? Personality, likable. And so you get a lot of friends like that. And then also too, sometimes you can see people with like terrible personalities, and it's just like I don't hang with them. And it's a few people, you know what I mean? And I think you probably know it too when you when you ain't really got that many friends. When you know what I mean, and people don't want to be around you every time they don't invite you to nothing. They don't tell you when nothing is going on. You be like, dang, I ain't even know they was throwing a little party or did nobody tell me nothing. That's because they didn't want to tell you nothing. Because every time you show up, you always talking about people. You always negative. The food was nasty. Oh man, the DJ, man, he wasn't playing no jam. It's just like, no, he wasn't playing none of the songs you listened to, boy. Everybody else was having a good time except for you. You ever been around that person that got that personality and it's just like, you suck, man. Don't know you because you drain people. When people got a negative, bad personality, don't nobody want to be around that. It's just like you take the life out of everything, and we trying to be upbeat and we trying to be positive, and here you come with your foolishness and your negative talk, or you always talking about somebody, or you always angry and mad, like, man, they ain't doing this now, I gotta go home. I used to hate when somebody jump in the car with me and then be like, oh man, can you drop me off? Like, no, we outside to 3. We ain't going in right now. Don't jump in the car with me and think we finna take you home, or you finna be like the party pooper on us. But I don't party no more. But I'm just giving you just like clues, like saying like, hey, that's how we can go sometimes when you with a person with a nice personality or a negative personality. But here's the thing about the personality. It's always trying to be likable. Social media, everybody on Facebook trying to get like thousands of followers, hundreds of followers. Oh, um, the young lady that was down here that was doing the dancing. I was cutting some hair, and I'm not gonna say no names, and they're really good friends of mine and stuff like that. And they spoke on that situation, and she had a really justified conversation on personality and attitude and how certain people view certain things. And I ain't gonna even front, man. Quad cities, small towns, I mean, they can be. Renee, you can probably relate to this. Small towns can be weird. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, CJ? Just chilling. But like, small towns can be weird. And the reason why I say small towns can be weird is because it's like this. Um, when you're in a small town, no everybody wants to be the best. You know what I mean? You want to have the best food. You want to have the best food truck. You want to have the best parties. This person that's throwing parties over here, they hating on that party when they throw parties. They don't want that party to be successful. They want their parties to be top notch. They was bringing this little lady down here, and I just caught wind of her. You know what I mean? I caught wind of her, and she was white, and if I'm not mistaken, she's from Carolina, and she was doing that little dance. I should have took her little video because I could have I could have showed you that. That was a very good example. Now, I did hear my man make a post. My man Whitball was just like, I've never seen so much hate over a person that's just dancing and doing a thing. Now, from another person's perspective, they had a maybe a justified reason of speaking out on that because maybe they was in a situation or seen something or seen somebody overlook somebody or played a person a certain type of way just for that. You dig what I'm saying? Now, whether it was about the price that they was paying Shorty to come down here, I heard they was paying her thousands of dollars. And you know what the majority of people were saying. Man, they paying that girl that money and she coming down here doing the same old dance. Every time they do it, they paid her like 6,000 over here at this club and 6,000 over there. I don't know what she got paid. I don't know. I don't even know her. I wasn't even out there. I didn't even see it. But I seen the video and I thought it was somewhere else. I didn't know I didn't know it was right here in the Quad Cities until, I mean, I seen some of my guys post it. And then when they posted and they showed her doing her little dance and whatever, and I thought, "Oh, okay, well, whatever." She was doing like a little line dance. She had on her little cowboy boots, and so she's a little young white girl. And I guess it's just the way that she was hitting her moves. I guess the reason why she's probably getting so much praise is because they probably saying she probably danced like she got some soul or something. The way she was twisting her hips and the way she was doing her little thing. Now on the flip side, they probably saying all these black chicks around here they hating on her, they doing this and they doing that. Now, somebody said something to me and it made a lot of sense. Small town, quad cities, personalities. But hold on, that's going to fall right into character. So I'm going to get into character and I'm going to tell you this. Some of the characteristics of the small towns. Um, we love to go pay people from the outside to do something that people on the inside can do. Let me give you that one again. We love to pay somebody outside to do something that the inside can do. Number two, I understand that from a business move. You dig what I'm saying? Because I'm just telling you what somebody else said, and they made me think. They made me think, and I'll tell you a little bit about the hate. You dig what I'm saying? Junji told you the hate is real. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I mean? People love to hate around here. You dig what I'm saying? But I'm not specifically talking about the guys who bring the girls down. This is not a shot at y'all, my dude, Whitball, whoever. This is not a shot at y'all. I just want to tell you, I'm in the barbershop, so I hear the barbershop talk. So I'm bringing it back to y'all full circle. Okay. So number two is um I can see it from a business standpoint, right? If this person is hot on TikTok and everywhere that she go, she draws a crowd. So let's say for instance, if I can go spend 6,000 and then charge a certain amount at the door because she's in here, and then just because she's in here, more people is gonna come in here, and then boom, I'm gonna run off with like 12. You think I ain't doing it? I'm doing it. I ain't gonna even front. I'm doing it because it's a business move. And if you're a businessman and you're in the business of making business and making money, that's just something that you do. You dig what I'm saying? Now, back to number one, what the other people were saying. I think we do got a lot of talent around here. I really do think we got a lot of talented people, what I mean, here. And sometimes in small towns, we don't spend money with our people. We don't spend money with our black people. We don't spend money with our small businesses. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody always ratting and raving about the prices of this and the prices of that. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you spend money on so much other stuff. You dig what I'm saying? And I'll give you this one though too. And this is not a racist thing, but man, if anything come down here and if it's something that you like and it's through the corporation or like say an event thrown by somebody else besides us, black or what I mean, maybe it might be white, like say for like Damon Wayans, um, Marlon Wayans. You see how packed Marlon Wayans was? You dig what I'm saying? But then again, when we try to throw like little comedy shows and little stuff like that, people don't want to go out and go do it. I will say this, Quad Cities, sometimes cut the hometown a break on prices and price tags. You dig what I'm saying? Now, if you can make $1 off of it, yeah, I get it. You dig what I'm saying? Make $1 off of it. Sometimes you're gonna do some events where you're not gonna make no money back, and you're gonna do it. Now, a lot of y'all know a little bit more about it than I do, because behind the scenes, y'all know the ins and the outs of what it costs: security, DJ, building insurance and stuff like that. So I'm just talking. You dig what I'm saying? And I know for a fact that when you throw parties around here, it's kind of hard. It's just like certain people flock to certain people things, and they do this and that, and you can have a blueprint master plan to have some fun, and y'all are bypassing on some dumb shit. You dig what I'm saying? And that's just the small town blues. So now here you go. You got this lady that came down to town. People hating on her because she's a white girl, she's young, and she got a little soul. You dig what I'm saying? The argument is real. From a business perspective, shit, if I could spend 6,000 on that and make 12 to 15, you think I ain't gonna do it? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. But at the same time though, too, I'm still I love my people. You dig what I'm saying? And I love to spend money with my people. So that's how that one go. Let me show y'all this other video, because now we're gonna talk about characteristics. Or it may be different interests. And you're right. You dig what I'm saying? What you say, cuz in marketing, they used to call a madman. Now they call them influencers. Yeah, and you're right though, cuzzo, because I tell you something. Um, if if the wave is on TikTok, a lot of times you got to follow that wave, because that's just like, in a smart investment. That's just like investing into the stocks. Because if you rock with something that's on TikTok, and it's popping on TikTok, right now, bring it, because this new generation, they influencers. Cuz just called it out. They influencers. And so boom, boom, boom. They do something on TikTok. Next thing you know, it's spread. And now everybody doing it. And it's riding a wave. And so basically, if they did bring Shorty down here just for a bag, man, ride that train and ride that wave. And so um I would say God bless y'all, keep doing what y'all doing. And for the people that might feel like they got a problem with it, or feel like, oh, that ain't shit, they weren't doing this and that, look at it from both sides of the perspective. And at the end of the day, I would say, man, you know, reach out and see if it's something here. But I tell you, man, in the small towns, it's so hard, man. Um, let's go biblical with that one. Um, there is a scripture in the Bible where Jesus says a prophet is not even welcomed in his hometown. You know what I mean? Remember when Jesus was trying to do work in Nazareth, and they kept on saying, man, ain't that the carpenter? Don't we know his mom? Don't we know his dad? Don't we know his brother? Like, how can he come out here and talk to us and say something to us? Man, we know dude, mom and dad, and then we know his brothers, and they ain't know nothing. They don't be they live like over there. They ain't know nothing. But the whole time this man came to save the world. But you missed it, because you was just looking at the, you know what I mean? Oh, he from over there. Like, oh, he ain't on nothing. It's just like, man, we really got some talented people. And it's sad that, sometimes they got to boom, 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 go somewhere else just to shine. Because right here, it's like people they don't want to invest. They don't want to show up to shows, and they don't want to do this and that. But then when somebody else come down here, you'll break your neck to go in there. We finna break their neck to go see Bootsy. And we got some people just as tight as Bootsy here. But I understand that. Whitball, he come from a lineage of party throwers. His dad, Captain, he kept the Quad City cracking in our age and our generation for stuff to do. And so when I see Whitball doing his thing, I'm so proud of that situation, because, dude, your father used to throw me a bone. Your father used to put me on stage. Your father put me on stage with Ice Cube and Yo Yo. You dig what I'm saying? When I was in high school, I went to high school. I was like, do you understand what the Black Expo was like when we went back to school in 19 like 90 91? Me, Ron, 007, Vinny Rob. I think they might have been out of school, but me and Ron, we were still in school. I went back to school like a superstar, thanks to DJ Captain, throwing me a bone, putting me on stage to open it up for the future. So when I see his son doing what he doing, bringing Bootsy here and throwing concerts and parties, man, it's just like, listen, it's all love for me. So it's like, with Ball, I support whatever you do, bro. I'm with you. I just might not pop out next weekend. I'm kind of trying to stay to myself, trying to get my mind right, trying to get my mentality right. I don't know yet. I ain't decided yet, but that's it. Let's watch this other video and let's talk about character, because now we finna separate personality from character. What you say, Renee? I got so much to say on that topic, but I don't feel like typing. I'll let you have your opinion respectfully. Listen, type it out like right now. because somebody might get something from you. Okay, character. Let's watch this one real quick.
We talking about character.
Yeah.
When does character reveal itself?
When stuff gets hard.
When stuff gets hard.
Mm-hmm.
That's when character reveals itself. That's who you find. I'm not going to fall for it, how you are when the sun is shining and the birds are singing. Nah, show me who you are in the storm.
Yeah.
Because that's who you are. Because life is full of disappointments. It's full of unwanted, unfulfilled dreams and wishes and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you find out who you are. So once you make up your mind what you want your character to be,
Yeah.
you start looking at them situations differently.
Character. I am not so desperate that I will fall in love with your personality and miss out on the reality of who you are. I will hold my heart back. I will hold my money back because I want to understand, are you responsible? Do you have work ethic? Are you faithful? Your character matters. And in a world where you are celebrated for being a personality, church, I want to encourage you to still dig into having character, because you can be an incredible personality. You can have hundreds of followers. You can be the most popular in the world. But if you do not have character, God cannot trust you. Just because someone has a crowd, it doesn't mean they have any power, because power is based on trust, and trust can only come from character. And character is when you have integrity. You say what you do what you say you're going to do. If I say it, I'm going to show up and I'm going to stand in the moment. I'm going to see it through. Character is a little old school, I'll admit that, because we have a transactional generation. But at the end of the day, character is the only thing that will withstand the test of time.
The real you. Real talk. And I like what she said, because she says the character is the only thing that will withstand the test of time. And the test is like when you're going through something. And so I'm going to use me at the end. We're going to go through a couple of characteristics, traits, but we're going to talk about me because I'm fucked up. I ain't going to even front. You know what I mean? And when she did this, usually when I do like a podcast, I try to share some information, but it's always something that, you know what I mean? It makes me want to go back to the, you know what I mean? Go back to the woodwork, man, and try to hash it out and try to figure out what's going on with you. You know what I mean? Yeah, cuz what she said was dope, wasn't it? Cuz said, I think I need to link to her. You think what I'm saying? Because she's not joking. It's just like, and this becomes the real you. Like, say for instance, here we go. Let's balance this out. Personality versus character. A person can be very, very likable, ladies. Sense of humor, nice personality. Um, oh man, he says the right things. He knows what to do. But is he honest? Is he believable? When a person tell you something, can you take it for your word? I try to pride myself in being honest, man. You know what I mean? And I ain't saying like, okay, I'm just perfect at this and that. But like if I say that I'm gonna do something, I try to get to it and do it. You know what I mean? Now, if I drop the ball because, I got some internal issues, but it's never nothing to where you hired me and I didn't show up for that job. You dig what I'm saying? And I came and I didn't give you 100%. You dig what I'm saying? If you put me in the fire and you say, hey, okay, I need you to DJ for me, I'm finna set up and I'm finna DJ. And I'm finna try to be there on time with them speakers going. So when people start coming in here, they can start hearing some music. Rachel Rex says, personality can open doors, but only, okay, we got to post that one because that is dope. Okay, I knew you was coming with something. Rachel says, personality can open doors, but only character keeps you in the room. Charm fades, reputations fades. Character is the only thing that follows you when no one else does. And see what she's saying by that. Character is there when ain't nobody in the room with you. When ain't nobody watching, your character is there. You dig what I'm saying? If you're an honest person, you're an honest person when ain't nobody watching. You dig what I'm saying? People can be nice to you. They can smile. They can be jovial or funny and laughing. But next thing you know, when you get to know him, that person is a liar. You dig what I'm saying, ladies? You see what I'm saying, men? You dig what? Remember, I was telling you about the little friend that I was telling you that she, I told you about her too, Renee, from Aurora. Super beautiful lady, right? She was young. You know what I mean? Every time we hung out, it's like we laughed, we kicked it. Her kids was cool. We watch movies, we watch football, we cut hair. We can go out to the mall, to the stores and stuff, and just laugh. And there was never ever a moment of disrespect in each other's face. But being young, you dig what I'm saying? She was the type of person, she liked it to entertain other people, which is to each his own, do your thing. But me, I like, if we gonna try to like make friendships turn into something else like that, then you dig what I'm saying? We're gonna have to keep it 100. You dig what I'm saying? Especially if you cross the boundaries. You think, I ain't finna be into a multiple mix up with nobody. You dig what I'm saying? And that's my choice. And I have the choice for that. And so if I come to you and I say, hey, listen, check this out, little mama. Um, Everything is smooth. I feel good, you know what I mean, about the situation. But if you feel like, you know what I mean, you want to be over here, or you want to go over there, or you want to go up top and you want to do all of that, just let me know so I can get out your way. You dig what I'm saying? So this, because this ride can stop when I when I say so. Remember how dude was on Boys in the Hood, be like, "Doe, let me out, Doe." Like, I don't want to ride with you. If you going, you can't take me everywhere with you. I don't care who you are or what you are, how beautiful you are, what you're talking about. You can't take me everywhere with you. So if I tell you, okay, this is the type of friendship that I like, if you don't like that, just tell me so I can get out your way. She was a liar. So she had all of these good personalities. Like, man, she would cook for me. You dig what I'm saying? She would do like some really cool things. You dig what I'm saying? But on the flip side of that, you know what I mean? I guess she wanted to see what was out there in the water. Like, okay, you cool, my dude, but what if another nigga come through and offer me something else? You dig what I'm saying? What if somebody else slide through? I want to keep my options open so I can see. And you got a right to do that, but you just can't waste my time. So I'm out. And so that's how that go. So the personality was good, but the characteristic was that of a liar, because if I ask her about it, like, okay, so do you got other friends that you're interested? No. It's like, man, shit. Nope, I got too much other stuff going on. I'm too busy. I'm doing this. It's like, but then again, all of a sudden you lie. You dig what I'm saying? You don't gotta lie to me. You don't owe me nothing. That's one thing you gotta always respect about this, about being the truth, about telling the truth, and about telling a lie. There is nobody on planet Earth that important that you gotta lie to them. Who are you? Listen, I got friends. Got friends in Canada, Maryland, and New Zealand. I got women in Africa. Nah, nah, I'm just playing. I'm just saying. So listen, if you be honest with somebody, they can respect you. Then here's the thing: you get a chance to know their truth, and then you can say whether or not you want to deal with them. Don't smile in people's face just because you want to be likable and you don't want to hurt their feelings, or you feel like you might jag a friend if you don't act a certain way. Tell people the truth. You got a right to tell people the truth. You got here's one of my characteristics that's effed up. You dig what I'm saying? Here it is. I went to prison, and I did a lot of time. I did that time without no woman. I tell y'all that. I don't want to keep beating you over the head with that. But some bad things happened to me when I went to prison with the lady that I was dealing with. You dig what I'm saying? And now that I'm out here, certain things just make me force field people. You dig what I'm saying? And it's a fucked up characteristic to have, because now it fucks with your trust. Because now you don't trust people. And everybody ain't bad. And everybody ain't out trying to hurt you. Some people is really trying to get to know you. Some people understand what you've been through, and they really want to help you if you'll let them in. But it's kind of hard to break it. You dig what I'm saying? And a characteristic is who you really are. And it's just like, bro, you fucked up. You dig what I'm saying? You are fucked up. And I keep trying to tell people, and it sounds simple, but no, like you really fucked up. And that just goes, you ain't no different than, a person that's okay. Um, I don't want to be compared to that, but a characteristic is, okay, I'll give you one, a hard worker. A person one of the characteristics of a hard worker is a person that gets up and go to work regardless of whether they feel like it or whether they don't feel like it. They know that they got bills that they got to pay. They know they got things they got to do, and they get to that bag. You dig what I'm saying? On the other side, you got a slacker. This person quits jobs. He always comes up with an excuse. He's always high or drunk the night before the job comes. He's always kicking it with somebody else, and he always losing the job. But then they got a bunch of excuses. After a while, bro, This is your characteristic. This is a characteristics that's in you. You fucked up. Like me. I got a trust characteristic, you know what I mean? A guard, and I don't even know what to call it because, but it's fucked up. Excuse my language because it's the bare truth and it's on a Sunday, and I really don't want to use that type of language, but it's fucked up and it sucks. If you're a woman beater, you need to get you some help. That's a characteristic. You dig what I'm saying? He can be nice to you, ladies. Oh man, he can be a charmer. You meet him somewhere, he can take you out to eat. He can open up doors for you. He can even pay bills. He can go get your hair and your nails done. But the soon as he think you looking at another man, he'll slap the sparks from you. You dig what I'm saying? Because he thinks that doing that, that shows you that he loves you. Or he just feels like you're his. You're a piece of property and you belong to him. You better not put on that shirt. What you doing wearing that shirt? As soon as you get to the crib, you finna get your eye blacked. You see what I'm saying? Cheaters. That's a characteristic. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Renee. I recognize it and I owned up to it. But I've sought help. You dig what I'm saying? Just time out real quick on the list. We're gonna talk about my little shit, my little flaws, because prison fucked you up. You know what I mean? And we picked up some bad characteristics in there. You dig what I'm saying? Um, and it's kind of hard to what I mean to put a label on it because you don't really know why you're going through it. You don't know why you're doing what you're doing. So I'm finna do some things on this other little thing that I'm finna write, and I'm finna come and put together another series that I want to do public speaking on. I want to go out and I want to public speak on it. But how to handle a felon. I want to talk to jobs about hiring a felon. You got to understand that he has a characteristic, you know what I mean, of having this bad attitude sometimes when he comes and he works in your factory because he just came from a place where COs is yelling at him every single day. Go to your room, lock down, do this and that, get away from that table, put that phone down. When they talk to you, they don't talk to you like you got some sense. To me, they did, because after a while, after they know, like, he ain't one of the bad ones, he ain't one of the knuckleheads, when they come talk to you, they know, like, when you come talk to me, you got to talk to me with respect because I give respect. But you got to get that one back. I don't care where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm in prison, but if I'm not breaking no rules or nothing like that and I'm respecting you, then you're going to have to talk to me like I'm a grown man. And I demanded it. But I carried myself in a position like that. Okay, back to the main thing. You take these dudes that's coming out of prison and you put them in a job in a factory. And here you are, a 25, 27, 30-year-old supervisor, and you see him not doing something he ain't supposed to be doing. Hey, you supposed to be in break. Where was you at? You only supposed to take a 30-minute break, man. You took 37 minutes. I need you back on your line. Fuck around, get punched in your face. You did what I'm saying? Or he gonna walk off, or he gonna cuss you out, or he gonna intimidate. Now you all of a sudden you mad and you don't understand why you dealing with this person. Well, he got about 5 years of people yelling at him. Now he's finally free. You think he finna come into this job and you finna yell at him about a 30-minute lunch break? It don't work like that. And so people got habits. Renee, I think you on point with what you're saying. You got to recognize your habits. You got to own up to them, and you got to go get you some help about them. But at the end of the day, know when you're dealing with people, set that personality to the side and be able to say, okay, you cool. I like hanging out with you. We have a good time, man. We always laugh, man. We have a nice little time. But then dude said it. He said, just be still. Just watch him. Thing you got to do is watch a person for a minute. It's just like sometimes I be paying attention to people posts. I see what they post. And you can be like, oh, I just be playing. And I pay attention to people posts because a lot of times people gonna tell you who they are when they post. You dig what I'm saying? I don't care what they saying. Even if it's indirect, there was a little bit of truth of something in everything. So while you was saying it, it's a little bit of belief factor in that because all of it is your character and your personality all comes from a belief system, how you grew up, what you believe in. That's all it is. I, in my heart, believe that I don't want to shine light on that person. Man, this person is back being cool. But in order to do the podcast, I have to talk about my life. I have to talk about real life situations. So I got to give you the bare truth. She fucked me up. Okay. Did I do some fucked up shit? Hell yeah. You know what I mean? I've cheated. You know what I mean? I wasn't the best. You know what I mean? But two wrongs don't make a right. You dig what I'm saying? And then, the type of hurt that happened, it was kind of hard to get over it. You dig what I'm saying? And it don't justify what I did to her either. You dig what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you reap what you sow. And so I look over a lot of shit and I forgive people and I just say, hey, let me keep going because God has been too good to me. He's so good to me that I really don't get a chance to complain about nothing because he opened up too many doors and he be just throwing me too many favors. The blessings on my life is so phenomenal that I don't really get a chance to complain. You dig what I'm saying? I have my dark days where, you know what I mean? I'm getting tired of getting hit over the head. And I'm trying to stay upbeat because listen, I want to be encouraging. I want to be motivating, but every day it ain't like that. So now back to the main thing. I had some situation or some shit that happened to me and it was very hurtful. And now I got a problem in my dating life. My dating life is fucked up because the personality of Bear is really, really cool. You dig what I'm saying? And that's not a fake facade. I'm not putting that on to try to reel you in because I never ask women for money or anything like that. I'm not in for that. And most women already know we'll never make sex the main thing. We could talk whatever, but that could never be the main thing. That's not ever it with me. Here's the problem. Um, I in my mind, in my heart, I feel like, okay, I want to be married. I want to be in a relationship. But then sometimes it's so hard to just get to what is a normal relationship now. Out here is so weird. There's so much going on. There's so many different things that people is doing in the way that you meeting people, in the way that you dating people. And, you know, now it's just like, soon as something happens, it's like, man, shit. You know what? I'm finna stay to myself. I'm finna stay in the basement. I'm finna keep my head down and I'm finna just work on projects. I'm finna work on songs. I'm finna work on speeches and I'm finna be cool. I'm finna just leave people alone. And I do it. You dig what I'm saying? And I hate it because I just did 15 years of talking to nobody, of just doing me, going to school, reading the Bible. You dig what I'm saying? Coming outside playing spades here and there, dominoes here and there. But then, talk to my mom once a week, go back to my room. I read books. You know what I mean? I write songs, I write poetry, I write speeches. And I'm so used to doing that and being to myself that I don't even know how to come out of it. I don't even know how to come out of it. I swear I don't and I done ask people to bring me out. I just don't know how to come out of it, man. And so that's the characteristics. Now, that might not be as bad as the woman beater or the cheater. You dig what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna put my hands on you. Another characteristic is arrogant people who think that they better than people, looking down on people. The manipulator, people that manipulate people, always trying to scam or scheme or something like that, always trying to get over on somebody. That's one of the women or the men you got to look out for. You get females that's out here that think like, all right, nigga on top of his square, he get to the bag. You ain't finna come up. You get what I'm saying? Not with me, you not. So you can stop that. Men do it to women. They'll try to come into your life that have that cool, sweet personality, cool personality. You know, get into your house, get a key to your crib, get a key to the car, run your car in the dirt, run your credit in the dirt, empty your bank account, the whole nine. I've seen it before. So personality versus character. Who is the real you? All right, so we're gonna show you one more video. We love you, my big cuz, but the new bear ain't the old bear. Yeah, it ain't. It ain't though. You dig what I'm saying? And you hung with me though. You know what I mean, little Willie. And every time I was coming to nap, you know what I mean, you was right there on the edge, and you picked me up. And you know what I mean. I love you to death, little cousin, because we come from single digits. I come from babysitting you. You know what I mean, from Texas. You know what I mean, all the way from Iowa City to wherever. You know what I mean. You my nigga, like. But he said this new bear ain't Grice. Nah, I mean, it's there. You know what I mean? It's in me. But here's the thing, man. It's just like, man, when God get a hold to you and He show you His way of life, His purpose for you. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things that I did get a hold to. You know what I mean? It don't justify me being a jive turkey on the other end. You know what I mean? Because one of my fears is that I'm going to mess around and blow it and drop the ball on like a good woman. You dig what I'm saying? Because I don't know how to get to normal with them. You dig what I'm saying? Because um, when shit start going crazy for me, like when life get to life, I don't be want to talk to people. You know what I mean? Because number one, I don't want to be funky with you on the phone. I don't want to be funky. And I'm trying to be nice and I'm trying to be cool and I'm trying to be funny. And it's just like I'm forcing it. And it's just like instead of forcing it, let me just shut up and just stick to myself. Now back to what little cousin was saying. Um, he knew me. Matter of fact, I was responsible for him drinking at the early age. And putting women on him. You dig what I'm saying? So he know me. He know the old me. You dig what I'm saying? He come to town. I put a woman on him. I put him in a room with a grown woman. He ain't number like 16, 15 to 16. I put him in a room with a grown woman and be like, you know what I mean? Like treat him nice. You dig what I'm saying? And so that's how that go. And I was the one that hit the liquor store for him and Breon and get him drunk, you know what I mean? And hang out with me and shit like that. And so he see it. But what I want to say to you though, little cuz, is just like one of the things that God did show me is just like, okay, everybody got a plan or a routine or some type of thought on how their life is supposed to go. Then all of a sudden, God show up and be like, look, I created you to do this. I created you to do that. And you over here doing this. Not only are you wasting time, but you wasting my time. And you not only you wasting my time, you wasting my breath. I'm waking you up every single day. I got some stuff for you to do, some really cool stuff to do. And not only that, I want me and you to have a relationship. I want us to talk. I want us to, you know what I mean, to get involved. You see what I'm saying? So it's like he showed me that I'm a king. He showed me that I'm a prophet, I'm a priest. He showed me that I'm a leader, a protector, and a provider. But some of these things right now, he's still like, you got to trust me. You got to have faith. You got to walk by faith and not sight. And so, characteristics, certain traumas and things that happened in the past, and certain things that you didn't dealt with, they'll fuck you up for moving forward. And I'm facing it. I'm facing it. I'm actually going through it, and I just really seen it. You know what I mean? The end of last year into the beginning of this year. And I gotta tell you, when I went to Atlanta with my sister, man, for that weekend, and I was just there with my own whip, moving around town, moving how I wanted to do, go on this side of town, listening to the radio, you know what I mean? And just listening to, all the opportunities and everything that was in the ATL. I felt alive. I felt like, man, I needed to change, man. You know what I mean? And what was happening in the Quad Cities, it's just like, it's love. I love the crib. Like I got a song right now, and I've been trying to get rappers from the Quad City to come by and give me a verse on this song for the Quad Cities, and I ain't got nobody to show up yet. And that's just real talk. I'm not, shooting shots at niggas. I'm not saying this and that, but I'm bare. I'm just like, man, I got a hot song that would be an anthem for the Quad Cities, and nobody will come by and do a verse. Sometimes the Quad Cities will make you feel like, like they love you, but then again, don't nobody want to see you win. It's like they say they do that, but do they really mean that? You know what I mean? And so, I tell you, back to like what Lil Willie was saying, the old me died. So sometimes I get the feeling like people want to see the old bear. Maybe, I don't drink no more. I don't smoke no more. So maybe I ain't cool with this crowd over here. I ain't cool with that. Because sometimes ladies be acting like they really want a good man until he show up. And then you wasn't really ready for him. Because soon as he don't smoke with you or he don't drink with you, you don't really know what to talk about. No, he ain't drunk and loud with you. So he don't get loud when you get loud when you drunk. Or he don't eat up shit when you high and you got the munchies. I'm still normal. I'm cool. You dig what I'm saying? So sometimes it's unbalanced. So you steadily talking about, yeah, you want a good dude, but then again, it's just like sometimes you're not ready for that. I keep saying I want to be married, but then as soon as somebody get close and you know what I mean, we get to moving and grooving or something like that, and they feel like it's cool. Soon as I go through something, I'm straight. I'm cool. I'm finna go on to the. I'm finna go on back to the basement. What you finna do? I'm finna go work on a poem. No, I'm playing. I'm making light of a situation, but it's real. You dig what I'm saying? So it's just to say that we all got different personalities and characters that's messed up. But God is trying to work everything out for everybody because He created everybody with a purpose and a mission. So we got to tap in with Him. I done told too much of the mix up. I didn't mean to do that. Thanks to you, Lil Willie. Hold on. Let me show you this last little video. Check this out.
Hear women come up and talk about how successful they are and how intimidated men are, and they never say a word about their character. And I just can't help but think about how turned off women get when men lead with money and lead with accomplishment and end up having nothing but unavailability and coldness and lack of emotional development, because that unfortunately is what it takes to succeed in certain career fields. You can look it up. And for some reason, women think that the success that they've amassed has somehow happened without them becoming devoid of a lot of the personality and relationships that men are devoid of. And they flex their accomplishments and money the same way men do. And somehow we make it different every time. Every time. No disrespect to you, but you didn't say about being a good woman. Nothing.
Why
You didn't
would
say
she-
no.
I'm
Fuck
just gonna-
all that, bro. Didn't say nothing
I
about.
can tell you what.
Why
Let
would
him
she
finish.
say-
Let him finish. Let him
This is
finish.
about a larger point. This is not about her as an individual. We don't hear, I'm successful, I got my degree, and I've been in therapy the last 3 years working out my issues. I just bought a house, and I also identified my childhood trauma, and it took inventory over my baggage, and I got it out the way. Oh, also, I'm loyal. My time management is on point. I do what I say I'm going to do. I'm considerate. We never hear any of it. What I hear is when say that y'all act like, when men say that y'all have turned into alphas, what we're talking about is the worst parts of manhood. Y'all have taken it on. Now, the problem with men is that we won't admit that those are the worst parts of us too. But shorty, y'all have taken the worst parts of what it means to be successful, and y'all wear that like a badge. Look at what it's done to us. If you need an example of what it looks like to only live in your accomplishments, look at the black men around you. You in a city full of them. Look at how devoid they are. Look at what it took them to get to where they are. Look at how underdeveloped some of them are emotionally. This is what you want? Is this what we're going to do, to let accomplishments be band-aids for that?
The bare truth. So break that down. All right. That's exactly what I was giving you in a nutshell. Okay. A lot of people say, okay, Bear, you came home October 21. Man, you hit the ground running. You dig what I'm saying? You ain't turned back. Look at all the stuff that God been doing in your life. You dig what I'm saying? Are we going to take accomplishments and let that put a band-aid on the fact that I don't trust women? On the fact that I got a force field around my real feelings, that I don't like to let people in because I think somebody gonna fuck me over. You dig what I'm saying? I can't use the band-aid, so they got a personality of a cool dude. He over here speaking at the university, go speaking to these kids. He over teaching classes with Patty. He cut hair. Man, dude is a good dude. He DJ. He do this and that. But on the surface though, dude fucked up. I've been telling people I'm fucked up. Silently kind of telling y'all I'm institutionalized. People like, man, snap out of it. Don't do it. Don't. Yeah. You know what I mean? They got all this little shit that they could say, don't do that. Don't be like that. And to the point, man, like December and January, December of last year and January of this year, there was times where I was shutting the barbershop down and then cut off the lights and jump straight into bed. To the point that I missed my auntie Patsy Joe funeral. That's the honest to God truth. God is my witness. Needed to be there for my nigga Lizzie. And I missed the funeral because it was just dark. I was just fucked up. You know what I mean? I was depressed. I was so depressed. Listen, I started listening to nephew Tommy um, prank phone calls going to sleep. You know what I mean? But on the surface, though, you moving and you grooving. A nigga get fresh on you, throw the jewelry on, throw a pair of nice little shades on, get fresh, he color coordinate. Everybody think he's a groovy dude. Dude got his shit together. Motherfucking kids are so disrespectful. My mom health is not the best. Sometimes her attitude ain't the best. I just came home. I don't know how to be a motherfucking father to these type of kids. You get what I'm saying? When I left, they was babies and they listened to whatever daddy said. Now they talk to daddy like he ain't shit. You dig what I'm saying? You dealing with so many different attitudes and all of this other types of shit. It's just like, listen, man, I came home and I knew how to get busy because I always been a hustler. I've always knew how to get to the bag. That wasn't nothing new. God was just telling me you can't sell dope no more. So it's just like, all right, you take one avenue away. A real go getter is gonna find another one and another one and another one. So I never stopped getting money. I learned that from Chill and JD. They always showed me how to get bread. You know what I mean? And so I knew that. But some of these traits are personality traits. You dig what I'm saying? Some of just the good, the smile, the sense of humor. Some of that shit is just personality, man. You know what I mean? You could be in a room and man, you can make people feel good. You can talk, but then at the end of the day, man, you got some habits or some characteristics that's that they fucked up. You know, and so I don't know who else might be suffering like that. I'm just saying, don't let the personality outweigh your character. And if your character, if you got some fucked up characteristics or traits, work on them. And if you got some good ones, hone in on them and tune them up and polish them. Keep them polished. Make sure that they there. Like if you a go getter, you could like to get up and go to a job. Teach that to your kids. If you honest, teach that to your kids because it's all the belief system. How you grew up, where you was at when you grew up. I just did 15 years in prison. Prison is fucked up. And part of the time that I got in prison, a large amount of that time came from a spouse. You dig what I'm saying? Somebody that no matter how bad it got, okay, if you thought I was this, if we stopped loving each other, the last thing you would ever do is help them people give somebody time. You know what I mean? That's a hard pill to chew. It's a hard pill to swallow. You know what I mean? It's like you can't imagine it. And I don't know if anybody ever been through anything like that. And then you try to be cool, you try to be all right, sociable. You know what I mean? Shit. We have a reason that we have to talk, so we have to talk. You dig what I'm saying? You try to be sociable, and then you try to let God be over that. But now I'm starting to come to terms and realize, man, I don't trust women. I don't want them too close to me. I don't want y'all too close to me. You know what I mean? And I do, but I don't know how to let you. You dig what I'm saying? That's it. I don't know how to break the guards down and let you, you know what I mean, get too close to me, if that makes sense. You dig what I'm saying? It's not an excuse. It's not just, you know what I mean, something that's going on. I just gotta admit that, man, like shit, you fucked up. Probably gotta go, you know what I mean? Probably gotta go go see some people. You know what I mean? And another thing I gotta do, man, I gotta double back and start getting back into the house of the Lord. I always watch my church on TV. The first lady gave an awesome message today, and it was right on point too, right here about characteristics of women and who you deal with and talk to and stuff like that. And so she said some really good things, but I was having issues there. So sometimes when you're dealing with something and you dark and you're depressed, you don't really, you know what I mean? It'll just mess up your flow on how you do about everything. So, but the mix up. If the character is flawed, you can't cover it up with your personality because eventually something is gonna shine through. I think Rachel said it. You know what I mean? The personality can only get you into certain places. It can open doors, but character is what's gonna keep you in doors when people close them, and when you're in there by yourself. You dig what I'm saying? That characteristic is what shines through when ain't nobody even watching you. You dig what I'm saying? When you ain't even got nobody watching you, your character is gonna shine through. So I don't know who else I'm talking to. I'm talking to myself. So now you get it. Now you know a little bit about it. It is what it is, And so I thought that was dope when she said, and when she said it, I mean, Lil Willie, you felt it. You was like you need her link because sometimes, man, you get into situations like that, and ladies, you more than so. more than anybody. Fall for the, the banana in the tailpipe, homie. Not messing with y'all. Here he come. Little personality. He tall, he got dreads, he dark skinned. What they say, the 666 or whatever. Okay, then came in, he make you laugh. Girl, he got a little job, he done took you out, he did this and that. He done wooed you, wined and dined you. 3 months down the road, he slapped you. You think it's just a mishap. Oh, he was just mad. I pissed him off. I shouldn't have said what I said. I know he don't like this, like that. Okay. 40 days later, he punched your ass. Now you like, dang, you know what I mean? And I know not to make him mad. Okay, a year later, he busting your ass up on the regular. This is what you get now. This is what you get for wearing certain clothes, for looking at people the wrong way. This is a characteristics. Fam was a wife beater. You dig what I'm saying? He's a woman beater. You dig what I'm saying? And he's got anger issues and problems. He masked that shit with a personality until he got you into his life. And then once he got you into his life, he started beating on you. Got you into his life and he started cheating on you. She started cheating on you. She's a liar. That's what she do. She don't know nothing else to do but to lie, to scam and to scheme. She think because she cute and she got a social media body with a BBL, she think that she can lie her way through life. She think just because she look good, she can, like Rachel said, personality can open up doors, but that character, that's why she can't keep no man. That's why she got a body count that's out of this world. Young whore on the low low. You dig what I'm saying? She really like a whore. You dig what I'm saying? She thinks she's so beautiful. She thinks she got it going on, but shorty a whore. You dig what I'm saying? Dude is a whore. You dig what I'm saying? You loved him, this and that, and he done slept with you, your sister, your friends, and everybody because he's a whore. See what I'm saying? Because that's his characteristics. The personality was dope, was tight. You know what I mean? You smell good. You smile. You was very nice. You was very approachable. You was very talkable. Yeah, we watched movies, we Netflixed and chill. All of that was cool. But then that characteristic showed up and can't nobody do nothing with the characteristics. Sleeping with you, sleeping with dude over in town. She got somebody in the ATL. She got somebody in Houston. You dig what I'm saying? She a flat out, she a nationwide whore. You dig what I'm saying? Somebody in LA and Miami. She got it and in social media too. She got a little bit of money. Cut it out. Personality versus character. You figure yours out. I know my personality is cool and I got some good characteristics traits, but we all got some fucked up characteristics. And I ain't saying that it makes you a bad person. It ain't like, all right, you bad. Even if you beating on women, you got a nice personality, my dude. You good people. You inspiring and you're encouraging. Go holler at somebody about your anger issues. Go holler at somebody about lying or stealing. You dig what I'm saying? You coming around and every time you think ain't nobody watching, you steal they shit. Stop doing that. You one of the coolest motherfuckers in the world, but you just steal. Stop stealing, bro. The fuck? Go get your own shit. Been stealing for so long that every time you think you see something that ain't glued down, you put it in your pocket. You're gonna burn a lot of bridges and a lot of friendships. You have. And you're gonna continue to burn them unless you stop. One of the coolest motherfuckers on the planet, but you're just a thief. You're just a liar. See what I'm saying? Personality versus characters. Bare truth, man. Listen, I think the ball head nuts is gonna be back this week. I get the boys together. We've been talking and we trying to get it together. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. I know G Nice too. Local Low's been DJing. I think we finna get it together. I think this Wednesday it might go down. You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to make a commercial and stuff like that. But I know I got something for Thursday. And so if I pop up and if I don't pop up, still rock with me. You dig what I'm saying? Just give me a minute. Let me get it together. Let me find my place of peace again. I need to get that peace back. I ain't been having peace in a minute. You know what I mean? I got a lot going on in my mind and I can't multitask. It's shit shut down. And so yeah, I've been shut down for a minute. So let me find my peace. When I get my little peace, I've been happy for the last couple of days. So maybe that might be it, just kind of feeling good. So let me find my peace. Find my peace. We're gonna be back. We're gonna get this thing rocking. Shout out to Whitball, Bootsy, and them gonna be in town next week. And shout out to dang, I just Kyla, sweetheart, my peoples. You dig what I'm saying? And Marlon, that's my dude. We was in the ATL together. Got love for them. Black excellence. Love to see y'all doing good. Her 50th birthday coming up. Happy birthday in advance to Kyla. She's got a party. I don't know if anybody should pop up. So if you didn't get the invite, Don't show up. Don't be like Bear said I can come, because your ass you're not gonna get in. Show up there to the people party talking about Bear said man, it was going down in here for us to show up. But it's going down May 10th. I don't know. Check your DM and see if you got the invite. See if she like you. I know I did. But listen. I love y'all. I'ma holler at y'all. And everybody be safe. Hold on, Frida, I seen that. So I just posted that. What's up, sis? I haven't seen you in a minute. You was like, bro, just keep going. I appreciate that, Frida. Love too. And you know what? I really wish that me and Los can do a grand tour. He can bring me back through Tennessee so I come down through there and eat with everybody and chill with y'all. I haven't seen y'all in a minute. I definitely need to get back down to Tennessee and give out some hugs and stuff like that. Maria, you said so true. You popped in. What's going down? Lil Cuz, we got to get together, man. You dig what I'm saying? That's it. You know, I ain't gonna never turn my back on you, fam. Never ever. Shit. Some of your foolishness, I birthed that shit. I'm feeling bad for that. Liable to get in trouble. Like if our grandmother Polly Ann is up there in heaven, I'm probably gonna get a whooping up there for that, for some of the shit I done did for you or done did done did to you. You dig what I'm saying? But listen, man, bare truth, man. I love you. God bless y'all. And we will resume later on this week. Peace.